So over here at Jenk, we're always wondering what career path skaters choose later in life. We had to go visit one of Brooklyn's skater-owned and operated coffee shops, Buddy's, created by Taylor Naraki. I personally have always been a fan of Taylor's skating, and I even got a chance to film and feature him in my own video back in 2021. I felt he always brought a creative approach to his trick selection, but without being overly gimmicky. Taylor gained recognition when he appeared in Colin Reed's skate film, Spirit Quest, that became an instant cult classic when it released. Aside from Taylor's talented skating, he brought a lot of humor to the skate world. He was popular for making some really funny skate memes online.
What the fuck is this, man? What the fuck is this, man? The fuck is this?
After landing a pro model board and then starting his own brand in 2020, Taylor's name kind of faded from the spotlight. But it resurfaced in the coffee world when he started a small store with his girlfriend, Rachel. So I went over to Brooklyn on a rainy morning to find out how Taylor made the transition from professional skating to running his own business.
Every week I roast about 200 pounds. That's about to change, which is crazy. That's about to double in like a week and a half. So I'll be roasting like 400 plus pounds. Taylor and I started off with 15 pounds of coffee when we first started Buddy's 3 years ago, which is just 3 5-pound bags like this big. And we thought that was the craziest thing. We're like, this is so much money. What the hell? This coffee's gonna last us forever. And now we went from 15 pounds that lasted us over a week to 150 plus pounds. We've like, 10 times the amount? We started 3 years ago off of like a dream, an idea that Taylor had. I was in the car business when he met me. I used to sell cars for like 10 years. I quit without a plan. Neither one of us come from a coffee background. And from what I've experienced, coffee is like, the world of coffee is this like gate-kept community. And if you're not already in or know someone that's in, it's hard to get in contact with anyone. So yeah, we do it all. Roast it, package it, mail it. Taylor will brew it for you. I want to roast more. I want more people to drink our shit. I want more people to hear our story. Like a skater and a girl who sold cars transitioning to own a coffee shop in New York. I haven't heard anyone else do that. I don't know. When we first started Buddy's, someone was like, oh, that'll never work. What is he doing? I mean, we got so much positive feedback though, but I think with anything, you can have a slew of positive comments, but that one thing that someone says and you're like, damn, like, why would you say that?
We're just both kind of looking at the word buddies, and it was 2020, nobody was shaking hands, they weren't hugging anymore. And you look at the two D's, and we both kind of had this moment at the same time. It was like, oh shit, if you invert the D's, that's a fist bump, because that's all that people were doing. They were just like fist bumps, so that's why the D's are inverted. There's this old like Gucci Mane interview, and he said the word buddy in it, and I was like, this dude is hilarious. And I just was like, hearing him say that didn't sound like it's something he would have said, so I was like, yeah, I love that word so much. Yeah, Gucci Mane kind of set it off for me. You know, I put a lot of pressure on myself because, like I was saying before, like to make sure that this thing works, because I promised her that, like, give me some time, struggle with me a little bit longer, this thing's gonna pay off. It's just taught me a lot about myself and how I need to be a better partner, because it took on a lot of responsibility that like didn't even plan for, you know? Like, this shit, you need to be in this place, she needs to be doing her thing, so dedicated to it that like you give all your energy to it and forget that we have to still be partners, we gotta be romantic, we gotta date each other every day, you gotta like talk nice to each other. It's a lot of shit. I fucking thought I ruined our lives, man, for real. Like, And yeah, that was crazy. Sorry, I'm like fucking.
Cigarettes. Take a moment.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was miserable.
Yeah, that's insane. Skating always has a different ways of showing itself in your life, and I think to be in control of all of it felt really nice, and not somebody being like, "Oh, you're 31 now, like it's over for you." Like I can't go for that. I want to be in charge of when I'm done. And my hero for that, and I've said this before, is Scott Johnson. Like he did what he did in that short amount of time. You know him for it, and then he decided, I'm out of the game. And then he pivots and he becomes a shoe designer. Fantastic. Like, so he's still like in it, but in a different way. And nobody decided but him that it was time for him to call it quits. Where you see people in their late 30s that you're like, okay, like what do you got next? 'Cause if you're not making money from skating, like you gotta fucking figure it out. And the skate money is a joke anyway, so. So, yeah, a good friend of mine, Louis Sarowski, Lurker Lou, iconic New York skater. That's my friend. That's who I reach out to skate. And naturally, like with his art, I just felt like it was important to have him involved, you know? This is actually the first batch of coffee we ever roasted. So Lou did this for us. He hooked it up. And then our original setup was on the cart, and this is skateboard, like sawdust from when we were cutting up all those pieces. You can see in there, it's still soft and all that. Lou hooked these up for us. He did the countertop. That's my friend, man, you know? I think it goes back to it not being that deep. It's just some coffee. So that's why our Instagram kind of reflects that. Like we would be posting shit that like no coffee shop, no business would ever have any business posting. Like early posts, like we had the time to make wild shit, you know?
So
like
much fun.
Yeah, and who gives a fuck about the latte art? Nobody cares. Like you go to coffee Instagrams constantly and they all look the same. I've been very fortunate to have been in Spirit Quest. I feel like that one is like an underground slow burn forever. It's not like just some internet video. We built a place that like you can share that experience. You want to be praised for your work too, man, you know, naturally. Kevin Tierney one time, I was sitting out front and he pulls up on a city bike and he goes, "Damn, you're just like chilling in front of your own coffee shop, huh?" And I was like, what the fuck? Like I didn't even like it came from him, and you know, it was sick. It was really dope. And there's from time to time, like I need to remind myself, and then the universe hits you off of one of those. It's like, damn, that's crazy. You really like oh damn, I'm in front of my own coffee shop. Like yeah, so he blessed me with that gift. It was cool, man. It was really dope.